Greetings and welcome to Fright Night Flix, where every night is Fright Night. Last time on the channel I took a deep dive into Park Chan-wook's first, so I only felt right to follow it up with another international vampire classic. Today we're talking about a film that for me stands out as the very top of the genre. My favourite vampire film, my favourite horror film of the 2000s, and my favourite international horror film. Tomas Alfredson's Let the Right One In from Sweden. Now, some of you may be more familiar with its 2010 remake, Let Me In, but while that version absolutely has its merits, the original is on a completely different level. It's colder, quieter and more haunting, and ultimately far more beautiful. And today, I'm going to break down exactly why it resonates so deeply.
Then let's get started.
Let the Right One In is, at its core, a coming-of-age story about a human boy falling in love with a vampire girl. Their relationship is the film's emotional engine. It's tether, tragic and deeply compelling, a forbidden love narrative where the impossible of their connection only makes it more affecting. You want to see them have a chance, even as the film reminds you they probably never will. The film is also filled with rich subplots that make the world feel lived in. One of the most unforgettable follows a woman who survives a vampire attack and slowly transforms, exploring the psychological and external horror of that change. It's a clever way of showing the curse from a different angle without ever breaking the film's quiet tone. The story isn't just about monsters, it's about loneliness, trauma, abuse and connection. Under the Blood and the Horror is a powerful human story, which is exactly why the film stays with you.
So beautiful.
Tomas Alfredson is a criminally underrated director. Between Let the Right One In and Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, he's responsible for two of the most meticulously crafted films of the 21st century. His direction here is pitch perfect. He trusts silence, he trusts stiffness, and he still carries emotion to sit in a negative space rather than forcing it. Every scene feels intentional, every moment controlled but not sterile. It's generally something of the finest direction I've ever seen in a horror film.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
This was also an early landmark for cinematographer Hoyte van Hoytema, years before he became Nolan's go-to collaborator. You can already see the brilliance. Every frame is composed like a photograph. The cold, snowy landscapes do more than set the mood. They are the mood. The film just bleeds atmosphere. The score is another standout. It isn't constant, but when it arrives, it's haunting, romantic and full of melancholy. Alfredson understands the power of silence, and the music complements that resistance beautifully.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Before watching Let the Right One In, I have never heard of any of these actors before, and honestly, most of them haven't popped up again, at least not internationally, but the entire cast is phenomenal. Kjær Hedbrandt and Lena Eliasson are two young leads, deliver astonishing performances for their age. They don't feel like child actors, they feel like fully developed characters into lives that stand beyond the script. Their chemistry is fragile, awkward and completely believable. Pia Ragnig and Ika Nord also leave strong impressions in supporting roles, helping out from what is frankly an incredible ensemble. It's almost surprising that none of them became mainstream names after this.
Oh well, it was nice while it lasted, right?
Sure. It was nice while it lasted.
When you look at horror in the 2000s, dominated by remakes, torture porn and cheap jump scares, Let the Right One In stands out like a beacon. It doesn't rely on shock, it doesn't rely on volume, it relies on emotion, moods and storytelling, and that's why it hasn't aged a day. This isn't just one of the best horror films of the 2000s, this is one of the best horror films ever made, period. Magnificent! 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 And before I give you my final thoughts, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Fright Night Flix and follow us on social media so you don't miss a single scare. Have you seen Let the Right One In? How do you compare it to Let Me In? Drop me your thoughts in the comments down below, and while you're there, make sure you check out all my past videos, including my review of First from last time. Right, back to Let the Right One In.
I want it now!
Overall, Let the Right One In is a beautiful, haunting work of art that every horror fan needs to see. The storytelling, direction, cinematography, score and performances combined into something truly special. Something that feels intimate and mythic at the same time. It's layered, emotional, atmospheric, and unlike anything else the genre has produced. It easily sits in my top 10 horror films of all time, and I appreciate its quiet boldness more and more every time I watch it. For me, Let the Right One In earns a perfect rating of a 10 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you all for watching today's video. Join me next time when I cover Hannibal Rising. But until then, keep the chills alive, and as always, stay spooky.